So in this video, I'm going to explain to you guys why the Red Sox view Bo Bichette as a very enticing alternative to Alex Bregman. He's 4 years younger. His numbers at Fenway are just absurd. 329 with a 907 OPS and 157 plate appearances. In terms of his numbers to Bregman, they're very similar offensively. Bregman has the defense and he also has the leadership. He's got the postseason experience. But if we're being honest, Bo Bichette, him being 4 years younger, him also, of course, just having an unbelievable postseason run. He hadn't played in 6 weeks, and he came in and he lit the Dodgers up, hit a 3-run home run in Game 7 of the World Series off of Shohei Ohtani, which went viral. I know they didn't win, but if you look at the heart and the soul of the Blue Jays lineup, go talk to any Blue Jay fan. If you guys want to comment, feel free. I mean, please debate me. I'd love to. They're going to tell you that Bo Bichette is it was the heart and soul of the Blue Jays. It's not Vlad Guerrero Jr. It's Bichette. And if you look at his numbers, even though he's going to lead the league in hits, even though he hits for average, he actually wasn't at his best when he hit first. Now, something that I've got to highlight to you guys is that when last season Bo Bichette hit leadoff, which was 82 games, he hit 270. Fourth, 40 games, he hit 372. Now, that is 42 more games that he hit at leadoff, which certainly he wouldn't have hit 372 had he done that. But the point is that with Roman Anthony on the roster, he is going to hit leadoff more than likely for the Red Sox, which means that Bo Bichette would go down a little bit in the order. Well, in terms of second, he hit 324 in 9 games. Third, 6 games, 458. So basically, Bichette was just better when he didn't hit leadoff. And for Boston, well, he's not hitting leadoff. So that's the beauty of it. And he plays his best baseball at Fenway, given the fact that in his career, he has 157 plate appearances and he's hitting 329 with a 907 OPS. So to me, this is a no-brainer. Bichette probably will get around 7 years, 200 million if I had to put money on it. And I think the Red Sox absolutely should go ahead and pull the trigger on that because you could put Meyer at third, Bichette at second, and Story at short. And the thing about Bichette is he's got range and he's got athleticism and instincts. He played second base very well for the Blue Jays, even though he had never done it in his career. Trevor Story is one of the best defenders in the league, and then Marcel Meyer, if he can stay healthy, is also just an incredible defender who hits the ball very, very hard. So the Red Sox infield, I mean, Bichette and Meyer, and then Tristan Casas, I mean, I can make a whole video on him. I don't know if he's going to be able to stay healthy. It's a huge if, but man, if he can, that's a pretty scary looking infield. And I do think that, well, not even think. I'll go as far as saying that I know. I'm not going to guarantee anything, but I can pretty much almost guarantee that Pete Alonso will be a Red Sox. I've been saying this for weeks now. Yeah, winter meetings are next week, but it's going to start to ramp up here. And Bichette and Alonso, given the fact that the Red Sox already have addressed their rotation, of course, they went out there and they got Sonny Gray. And then most recently, of course, they went out there and they just made a trade with the Pirates to get a starter. They also got a lefty out of the bullpen. So I just think that the Red Sox, they're piecing together. I mean, nothing's been done offensively. We don't know what's going to happen. Maybe Alex Bregman does come back. But I do think that the Red Sox will get two of the three in terms of Bregman, Bichette, and Alonso. And if they're able to do that, I think they could beat anyone. I mean, that would be like a dream scenario. Like if you tell any Red Sox fan coming into the offseason that they would have had that, I mean, sure, maybe they would have liked a Joe Ryan or a Hunter Green or someone else, but the offense is really the thing here because the Red Sox have Peyton Tully. Carter Crawford's coming back. Hunter Dobbins is coming back. You know, Brian Bayo, I get, didn't have the best postseason game, but he's still been a consistent pitcher for them. Tanner Houck is, I don't even know if Tanner Houck's coming back, but, and that's kind of what I'm getting at here is there is a lot of depth. And Garrett Crochet, he's the second best pitcher in baseball. Like Tarek Skubal is different, but Garrett Crochet is, the fact he's not the best just shows how insane that, and people will probably argue Yamamoto, actually Paul Skeens, there's a lot of good pitchers. Okay, Crochet is a top 5 pitcher. I mean, the guy literally went 8 innings of shutout baseball against the New York Yankees and on the road. I mean, Garrett Crochet just, you talk about like literally every time he pitches every 5 days, man, I just got my bucket of popcorn and I'm ready to watch. I mean, there wasn't anything, I haven't seen a pitcher more electric than Pedro for the Red Sox. I'll even say more than Chris Sale. Like prime Chris Sale, I mean, Crochet I don't think is that good. Like that Cy Young season Chris Sale had was just absurd. But man, when Crochet hits the mound, I mean, it's just pure power. Like it's just pure power. Like my best stuff against your best stuff, and I guess I'm being biased because like Crochet's on the team right now, and we got completely fleeced in the Braves sale trade. But man, I mean, basically the Red Sox gave away Chris Sale for nothing. He couldn't stay healthy. Of course, he stayed healthy when they traded him, and then they got Chris Sale kind of back here. So I'm excited about that. But that is completely off topic. Like I kind of digress on that. So any other things you guys need to know about Bo Bichette? Let me look at my notes. Okay, so he hit 311, OPS at 840, 181 hits. This is a guy that is pretty much going to lead the league in hits, assuming he's just can stay healthy. And then 44 doubles, 18 home runs, 94 RBIs, 40 drawn walks. Yeah, his walk rate was up. His strikeout rate was down from 19 to 14.5. His soft contact was way down, 12.3% from 18.1. Hard contact was up 37.9% from 30.5. So clearly, Bo Bichette put together the best season of his career. His longest hitless streak was 4 games. Like, let's just think about that. 4 games. It's 162 games. I mean, this is a guy that just gets on base and he hits the ball hard. And Bichette, Roman Anthony, Pete Alonso, Trevor Story. I mean, that is just insane to think about. It's just you cannot get better than that. I mean, we're talking about the best. Do I even say the best big three offensively in baseball? I mean, Roman Anthony would have won Rookie of the Year in my opinion had he stayed healthy. He came up a little bit later than Nick Kurtz, but like I just think Roman has a higher ceiling. And then you talk about, of course, Pete Alonso, who's going to hit 50 home runs at Fenway, and then Bo Bichette, who's going to have the most hits, hit well over 300. I mean, if the Red Sox can find a way to get Bo Bichette, I would be absolutely ecstatic. If they do bring back Bregman, I mean, I also wouldn't mind that. Bregman, we know what he brings defensively, his leadership. I mean, clearly the Red Sox became a better team when he joined. I don't even just mean from him playing. I just mean his coaching, his leadership. And I think that you could argue that matters more than Bo Bichette. But given Bichette is 4 years younger and what he does at Fenway and second base, I full faith in his defense. I personally am leaning more towards Bo Bichette, if I'm being honest with you. But I think Bo Bichette is going to draw more interest than Alex Bregman. I'll even say I know that he's going to draw more interest. I think there's more teams that want Bo Bichette than Alex Bregman, and it kind of makes sense. And the fact that Bichette is willing to move off of short, because Trevor Story's there, obviously. I mean, now the Red Sox are really going to have to make a decision here. One thing that I forgot to mention is just the timing of this whole thing. Within the last 24 hours, we hear the Cubs have a renewed interest in Alex Bregman. Now we get another report linking the Red Sox and Bo Bichette. Things like that just are not a coincidence. I'm not saying that definitively Bichette will be a Red Sox, but just you have to realize that with the Cubs now having that interest and probably willing to pay more money to Bregman, because Bregman's going to go to where he makes more money. If he wanted to win, he wanted to be about his legacy. Of course, making the Hall of Fame, even he'd stay in Boston where he's just absolutely raked. But clearly that is not the case. So now the Red Sox, they're going to pivot to Bichette. And if he can stay healthy, I mean, I'm not saying he's a better player than Bregman overall, because I think a healthy Alec Bregman is better. But the age, and Bregman did get injured. Second half wasn't the same player. You could put Meyer at third. I'm leaning towards Bichette.